Well, Kate, thank you for having me on. It's gravely concerning. I think were two trends that really made us change our minds. Up until 2 weeks ago, we were planning on a socially distanced, but otherwise as normal as we could be in person semester. And watching the infection rates rise, especially after Memorial Day weekend, it was our first leading indicator that the hoped for drop or stabilization in transmission and infection rates was just not going to happen. And given what we know about the virus and how long the incubation period was, we decided that we needed to change our plan. We also knew from contact with several hospitals in the area that they were beginning to reach capacity in beds, if not in skilled nursing. And those were of grave concern for us as the five Claremont colleges are not a research university, and so we don't have a hospital of our own. And we felt that the most ethical decision would be to go through this semester really planfully and maximize a liberal arts education in this new climate.
Yeah, all of those data points are truly scary that you're pointing out, that you're looking at right now. We've seen faculty speak up very loudly at other schools like Georgia Tech about reopening and being back on campus or not. What have you heard from faculty? How did this weigh on your decision?
Heard very different things from faculty. There are some who, the whole professors as a whole are on average older than your average worker, and so many of them had health concerns in terms of risk factors and exposure to COVID-19. But we had a bunch of faculty who wouldn't dream of teaching any other way than in the face-to-face environment, never dreamt of it, and are now moving quite and engaging with our instructional technologists to reformulate their classes. I also had a really lovely set of offers. You may also know that the decision to be largely online may have implications for international students. And so we may need to offer some courses on campus, and we've had volunteers to do that. So it's
that's very interesting, because I was going to ask you about that. Just to bring people up to speed, to remind them what we're talking about here is the Trump administration has sent out guidance that essentially, if schools only offer online classes, international students may have to leave the country and may have to go home. I believe I saw that 12% of your student body is from outside the United States. So tell me more about what this means for you and what you're doing about it, if the administration would follow through on this threat.
Well, I think that there are several legal challenges that are being mounted around this decision. It's very hard to think about essentially punishing students, and by punishing, I mean if they are to leave and lose their current SEVIS status, they would not be able to take full advantage of American education by being able to work for a set number of years in the United States after they have completed their degree. So what we really want to do is to be able to offer continuation of education with Pomona. And that might be for those students to study abroad for a semester at an institution nearby. And so we're actively working right now to create some partnerships with other institutions so that they can continue. We also have students who are international who did not leave the country over the summer, in part because of the COVID crisis. And we may need to offer courses for those students in Claremont. We also are considering legal options because this is an extraordinary step to take that seems to be really focused on ensuring that schools teach not fully online, but teach in person, even when that could be of grave health risks for faculty, students, and staff.
Absolutely. Just as you lay it out, there is no easy choice, and so very clear that this is not a situation that you would want to have to be presented with, or having to present your faculty with, or having to present your student body with. But Madam President, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Still ahead for us, new developments out of Seoul, Korea, where the mayor